Peace, quickly, think fast. Some of us come down to be like just like a school. You got kindergarten teachers, first grade teachers, second grade, third grade, all the way up to, and of course not for lack of a better word, dealing with the system of what they got set up. But even without that system, there would be, certain teachers for certain subjects or certain levels of knowledge, and and of course, when I think about this, maybe in the past it wasn't so much, again, all this stuff because we were more in a knowing state of being, so we didn't even really, and plus on a higher level to where, most information could be presented at once. But, now, and I'm speaking to this too for people dealing with their uniqueness, because some of us, have come down to teach from a perspective of like, like a college professor, like, teaching college courses, you know what I'm saying? Like, high level engineering and computer science and, you know, like a nursing school or whatever the case may be, getting the picture. But, like, some people are meant to come down here with information that's coming from, a place that may not be relatable. So, a college criteria, you know what I'm saying, may not be relatable to a kindergarten student. You know what I'm saying? Like a child, and not to, because I'm not trying to make it derogatory at all, but somebody in kindergarten or first grade, if you put some, again, some college level physics or calculus in front of them, they're gonna, they don't know what to do, and it's not for a college professor to come down and teach first grade and kindergarten because they have first grade and kindergarten teachers already. And just like a potluck, I done brought up before, shout out to my brother Crockett. You bring up like, like our vibe is like a potluck, you know what I'm saying? And if so and so good at teaching kindergarten, just like banging the dish, like so and so good at cooking fries, so and so good at cooking chili, so and so good at whipping up a good pie, you know, then let those people who good at what they do what they're good at. We don't want the person that's good at making pie to try to make the French fries, and the person good at making French fries to make the pie. And you don't want the kindergarten teacher trying to teach uh again, college level courses, or nor do you want the person that teaches college level courses, and more so the people who's great at teaching kindergarten, you know, is great at doing that. You know what I'm saying? The people who are great at teaching college level information are great at doing that. You know what I'm saying? So why would I take somebody out of their greatness? You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, some of us have a unique knack to channel and bring forth information from high realms on a level that most may not be able to. And along my journey, you got to realize, like, again, with certain abilities come certain response abilities. Your ability to respond, you know but with our abilities we have responsibilities. And and responsibilities, quote unquote. But in essence, yeah, if I'm great at, you know say for instance bringing information down on different dimensions, and you know basically like I think about Rick and Morty, but like some intergalactical information and knowing what's going on in the star system, stuff like that, you know, then it's not, it's not my place. And say for instance, but I'm not good at teaching business. Let's just say I'm not good at teaching uh you know, how to, just do what, anything like more so on a human level. And that's not to say that, those aspects don't have importance, and that, even I myself couldn't, that doesn't mean that I couldn't learn from it or whatever. Like I could still learn from, again, because in some way, form, or fashion, we all done been through, again, not the actual school system, but, like in the vibe of just learning as a soul, we done been through certain levels of kindergarten, first grade, second grade, you know what I'm saying? And all these different, subject matters have a level of importance. But again, like right now is the time where I feel like, and that's why I was called to do this video, because I feel like it's certain beings that's scared to, speak out on certain energies. And trust me, I'm on my growth as well. It gets kind of, even that's why I like having to give the disclaimer of like, hey, I'm new to even, channeling and, bringing up information on this level. So, take what resonate with you from my videos and leave what don't. Cause matter of fact, like having to do I'm gonna have to do the Ophiuchus video again, because I done got some deeper downloads about it, and I always felt like it wasn't supposed to be for us to embrace the actual like Ophiuchus as a zodiac sign, but its energy has some influence and some importance right now in this time. That's why I was guided towards speaking on, what I'm saying, and the information present itself. But because I'm new to, again, tapping into those energies, I will I kind of just went with it, like, oh yeah, zodiac sign, new 13th sign, you know what I'm saying? But and again, being nimble and, humble. I mean, I don't know if nimble is, but flexible and in a matter to in a way to, not, how can I say, not having an ego about, like, presenting information, because I wasn't identifying with like, oh yeah, it gotta be Ophiuchus now. So I don't have no problem. And then that's why I always say I'm constantly on my growth, constantly learning. And, some things, I'm dealing with, I may have to do further research, and coming. That's why the Think Fast videos, and I done already, I done shared that. But back to the vibe again, is like, some of us sitting back and kind of like scared to present information on that level or speak on information that level. And we good at, we great at it. Like we always tapped in and tuned, like our synchronicity is up there with certain information we come across. You might have just had a dream or some vibe on some information before you even read a book or saw something, a lecture on it, but you kind of like was scared to speak on it because like, oh no, man, that's out there, quote unquote, but again, it is different, you know, different levels, and kind of like how I make the joke on my live videos, like I answer questions, but just like any class, like, if we in a college course, we in physics, you know, and a person, raise their hand and like, what's 1 plus 1? It's not knocking them or anything, but it's like, hey, we in physics class. You might want to go back to, and again, this is not to be derogatory and trying to like, because we all on different levels of our growth. We all uh don't know everything there is to know about our being, you know what I'm saying? We all got some level of ignorance to, what's going on some level. So don't look at it again as, like, oh man, I don't know. Like, nah, it is what it is. Cause again, sometimes you have to take a few steps back to take leaps forward, you know what I'm saying? Cause again, I'm like I shared that about me dealing with the book of Enoch and the tree of life and things of that nature, where it was presented to me early, but I kind of was like on, heavy into my crystal vibe and other vibes, and went to that information first, and then coming back to realize, you know, how the universe was guiding me towards that and how important it was. But like, and having to take that little quote unquote step back to like, all right, damn, I gotta go back and really deal with this. You know what I'm saying? But again, like, you asking what's 1 plus 1 in college physics, then you might have to, go back to kindergarten or first grade or just back to grade school and brush up. Because again, whether it's kindergarten, first grade, whatever, you just have to go back and catch that. But you know, again, it's just a certain level of courage that we have to have, and courage to be our unique selves and bring down this information that, again, it may seem like it's far out there, but it's meant to be shared, and you the person that's meant to share it you know so, but definitely just wanted to get that vibe out there. What's something else that crossed my mind for a second, but since it's not right there, it's not gonna be in the video. But again, just don't be afraid of your uniqueness. Again, some of us down here to bring forth information. Like, think about, like, all throughout history, there's Nikola Teslas and just certain people in general that had information that, well, it was like the only person, you know, like, what I'm saying, like. And again, other people do have, like, I use the Walt Disney analogy. Uh, the Mickey Mouse was sitting in the astral planes as an idea, astral plane, but in the thought planes, what I'm saying, as an idea, way before Walt Disney existed. But Walt Disney was the person who took down, like, oh, Mickey Mouse, I'm gonna turn that into a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, but those thoughts and energies, exist, and I I forgot where I was gonna tie that into. uh about, like, tapping into certain information, and oh, like, because I was gonna say, like, say for instance, like with George Washington Carver with the peanut, like, I'm pretty sure, of course, like, although he was like the one person that we know to deal with it on that level, if he wouldn't have stepped up to the plate, you know the energy would have, went to somebody else to take care of that information, or do that task, so to speak. But you know again, we got our uniqueness, and we tapped into these certain energies for a reason. And again, this is not to, no matter where you're at on your growth or whatever, it's no, like, oh man, like, nah, we all on different levels of our growth. Cause, like, I tell my brethren, matter of fact, shout out to my brethren Josh, but dealing with business, like, it's like, it's a certain balance that we have in this realm, in general, like, to sustain ourselves and be in this material realm, but also connect with spirit. But again, like, we basically in biblical times, like, to the point where, again, I done made a video about that a while back, like, where, you know, and indirectly, I know my diary is gonna serve as that purpose to a certain extent. Matter of fact, like, somebody could write, like, a Bible, like, like a quote unquote Bible of today, keeping up with the change that's going on right now, and it could be like, this is from the Book of Universal. And they could be reading, and put my little diaries of me keeping note of what I'm going through and what's going on through this time change, and this, I mean, this paradigm shift. But it's, it's like how they talk about prophets and all that in the past, like, that's happening right now, like, but just don't be scared to share information, due to feeling like, again, it's way out there, and again, and I done spoke to this recently, but it seems like a strong message that, Source and, the higher ups want to, you know when I say higher ups, our self, our higher self wants us to deal with. It's to just make sure we're not being afraid to share information on this level. It's like because some of us within this day and age are like mystery school teachers, or just and high level healers and all this different, all these different things. So again, if we running away from that uniqueness, you know, basically running away from our sole purpose in essence, but that's basically it. you know, uh, just don't be afraid to share. Somebody out there is on a calculus level. Somebody out there is on a 12th grade level. Somebody out there is on the fifth grade level, because again, not even just with being out there, like just teaching in general, again, you know what I'm saying? Because a lesson in kindergarten is just as important. That was the beginning steps to reaching where we're at. We had to go through some schooling before we got to, high level schoolings. But peace. Happy now. Now is a vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Peace.